Well, thank you for joining us. We are building up to match day 10 of the Ghana Premier League, and as you can see, the league table looks very interesting, where we have a Ghana FC topping the league, but it's so open because the likes of Mediema, Hearts of Lions still have the opportunity to go top of the league after match day 10 because Kotoko have two outstanding games. But if you look at the games, Ghana FC going to Kumasi and Heart of Lions playing at home, it gives them the advantage to actually go top of the league. But let's look at the game coming up tomorrow, and that is Swedru All Blacks versus Heart of Folk at the Swedru Stadium. A game to watch, a tough fixture because Swedru All Blacks actually in 4 matches have won 2, have drawn 1 and lost 1. They lost to Baby Any Gold Stars, drew against Hearts of Lions. But their opponent, Heart of Folk, are unbeaten in 7 consecutive away league games, winning 6 and drawing 1. So that actually gives them the advantage because if Heart of Folk are a good side in terms of away performance, then it puts a lot of pressure on Swedru All Blacks to do extra work if they really want to pick a point. Now, if you pick All Blacks, in the last 3 games they've played, they are winless, and that's made up of the Heart of Lions fixture where they failed to win, that defeat against FC Samatex where their midfielder Isiama was also shown a red card with a double yellow in that fixture. So a tough one to observe for Swedru All Blacks. They've not been consistent in their performance. Heart of Folk this season, they've beaten Baseke Holy Stars, they've beaten Mediema Sport, Dreams FC, not Mediema, Dreams FC in away fixture, and then they've managed a draw. They've beaten Brekum Chelsea as well. So in terms of away performance, that draw was against Bichim United. But in terms of performance this season, 4 away matches, 3 wins, 1 draw. Swedru All Blacks, 4 home games, 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. And so it makes it more interesting to watch. Now, if you look at the position of Swedru All Blacks, if they fail to beat Heart of Folk, it means that they are going to drop to the relegation zone depending on the results of the other teams who are currently in the relegation zone. But of course, if you look at the points build up, the points gap, if they fail to win, and then the other teams from the 16th, 17th, 18th, if you take away 11-1, there's the 16th, 17th. If they pick a win, then it will put a lot of pressure on them, especially when they are going to match the 11 away. They are going away in match the 11. Now, the biggest challenge of Swedru All Blacks has to do with their midfield. Yes, Isiama has been doing well, but opportunity for Umar to start in his absence. And so this is Swedru All Blacks. Clement Ayi would be imposed for them. Then we know Tutu is a center back. He's been a consistent player for them. But if you look at Solomon, who is their winger, and then if you look at Fosu, who is also a winger for them, John Andor, who is also an attacking midfielder, he signed for them from Soccer Intellectuals. He will surge more forward. Now, if he goes forward in creating chances, it means that with their 4-4-2 formation, they will have 2 of the 4 in the midfield as wingers. They will be joining the attack from the flanks. It will be left with 2 midfielders. And Heart of Folk will have Abdul Karim, they have Paku George, and then they will have Rafael Amponsa. And these players will not go to the flanks. They will be in the midfield. And that will put pressure on them because if you have 2 midfielders facing 3 midfielders of Heart of Folk, that will be a big challenge. So if in terms of midfield battle, it is going to go for Heart of Folk, depending on how Swedru or All Blacks will go with their formation. Maybe this time Ahmed Fatih is going to change his style of play. Now, from the wings, we know that over the weekend, it didn't go well for Heart of Folk when the 2 wing backs, or the 2 and 3 were deployed as wing backs against Asante Kotoko, and that is Amankwabi Ife and Ransford Mensah. And so likely Heart of Folk are going to go with the 4-3-3 formation. And so these 2 would have to join the attack. But opportunity for Mauli Wayo to start. And if Mauli Wayo should start as a winger, then it means that Solomon Ayakabia would have a lot of work to do because Amankwabi Ife Mauli Wayo would be the 2 wingers for Heart of Folk. It means that Abdulaziz Aziz, the wing back or the left back of Swedru All Blacks, would also have to do a lot of work. And so we will have a clash of wingers around this side, because All Blacks are going to have their wing back, their left back, Abdulaziz, who is also good in surging forward, and then Solomon, who is also good in surging forward. Then Amankwabe Efi, as well as Mauli Wayo will be surging forward. But Hamza Issa, of course, will be leading the attack for Heart of Oak in the game. Maybe the coach will look at benching their striker, and so Frank Aduku, he scored against Basake Woli Stars when they won by 2-1. And then additional winger Martin Kakari, opportunity for him to start for Heart of Oak. It's a tough one. The Heart of Oak defense in the last 2 games against Basake, they conceded, against Kotoko, they conceded, against Gold Stars, they conceded, back to back conceding. And so it makes it more complicated going into the game against Swedru All Blacks. Maybe All Blacks can capitalize on the weakness of the defense, because they are now conceding most of their games, and then get a goal. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asari will not be in post for Heart of Oak. An opportunity for Shaib. He's been in post for Heart of Oak in the absence of Benjamin Asari when he was with the Black Stars. So this is no news at all going to the game. A tough one tomorrow at the Swedru Stadium. You can't afford to miss the fixture. A game to watch, an attacking game by both sides. I'm looking at how Rudolph Junior Mensah would be leading the attack for Swedru All Blacks. This is his opportunity to showcase what he's got. Last season, 27 goals for Swedru All Blacks, and he's a good centre forward. He's going to lead the attack for them against Heart of Oak. This season, he's not scoring more, just 2 goals, but he's not a bad striker. A game to watch, a difficult one, and honestly, I can't predict, but I think All Blacks are not consistent, and the games that I expected All Blacks to prove that they are a good side, they've not done that. Against Heart of Lions, I expected a win, and then against Gold Stars, who are currently the defending champions, they failed to win. So maybe another game again to prove to Ghanaians that they are a good side. But of course, a challenging one. Pressure on Ahmed Fati, the head coach of Swedru All Blacks. He's been taxed to win this fixture, or the management will be forced to sack him. And so I want to see how Ahmed Fati is going to respond positively to this fixture against Heart of Oak.